Welcome back to Drunken Science. Today we're going to try and accelerate evolution by making chickens fly. Chicken just shat on me. We're off to a bad start. I'm going to have to ravish some shit out of the recycling. Unfortunately for me, recycling comes on Thursday, so I'm going to have to get right to the bottom. No luck with the recycling, so I'm going to have to chug this beer. For this next part, I'm going to have to consult my associate, Tano. He says we're going to need to make some hydrogen. To do this, we're going to need some hydrochloric acid, the bottle from the chug, some zinc-coated washers, and assorted party balloons that haven't seen the light of day since my 7th birthday. If you're an idiot like me, you bought the 35mm washers, which don't fit into the neck of the bottle. So we're going to have to cut these up using some trusty bolt cutters. No workers. We're going to want to put some of that hydrochloric acid into that bottle. Be careful. Don't breathe this in. This next part, I'm going to need both hands, so I'm going to get some help from my weirdly supportive family. Hello! I have to mix some of the zinc into the acid and capture it straight away. Put the balloon over the top, and that acid is going to mix with that zinc to create our hydrogen gas. And of course, I accidentally picked the balloon that looks like a penis. And after about half an hour, she started to fill up. Now let's go blow this shit up. Let's do this. Very nice. Welcome back. I've had a good night's rest. Time to get started with part 2 of launching our chicken into space. The next thing we need to do is to build a starter for our rocket. We're going to need to get some wire. I always recommend recycling. I found some wire here connected to my sister's speaker system. Should work quite nicely. You're leaving your sister's room, you're going to want to make sure to turn off the light. That way, you can blame the dog when she gets home. Now, you can grab some buttons from that uni project that you never really quite finished. Beautiful. Next, you want to grab out a 9-volt battery adapter out of one of those electronic sets you casually got lying around. Fire up your trusty soldering iron and just add science. So let's have a look at what we put together. We've got our battery connector in series with our push button, which runs all the way down to our end terminals, which haven't been connected. Welcome back once again. Sorry I took so long. Now, I'm feeling pretty hungover, so when you make your Irish coffee, make sure you add extra Irish. Doesn't matter if you mess up that pretty picture, get some of that. Now we've wired up the electric starter for the rocket, all you need is a 9-volt battery. You can grab one of these out of the giant vibrating eggplant you've got hidden under your bed. Now, if we've done this right when the terminals come in contact with each other, we should get a little spark. Alright, to see if this works, we've got our starter and we've filled up one of our Coke glasses full of petrol. If this goes right, we should be able to set it on fire. Here we go. 3, 2, 1... That was anticlimactic, but never fear, we always have a plan B. Firstly, grab one of those cooktop starters that hasn't worked in about 4 or 5 years. To pull this apart, we're going to need a hilariously small screwdriver. Now, after you've completely demolished the butane fire starter, you'll get to the igniter, which looks something like this. Now, we're going to remove the wire from this useless piece of shit to make version 2.0. After a tedious 2 hours, we've finally managed to finish our Mark II rocket igniter. Commencing petrol test 2. Hey! Fire! For fueling our rocket with hydrogen, we've changed our setup a little. We've got our rocket, full of water, half submerged, an even bigger glass Coke bottle, and a tube that acts as our fuel line. Blood sink's already in the glass. As always, just add acid. Now to put our fuel over the top to collect all that hydrogen gas. And this is now our tube line which leads into the bottom of the rocket. Alright, we'll show you how we're progressing. We've got our hydrogen being formed, coming through the fuel line and into the top of the rocket. If you look closely, you'll see some of those bubbles. Remember to always keep up your energy with a nutritious snack. Oh, fuck, that's... Now, while that's bubbling away, we're going to try and make a stopper for the bottom of the rocket. I suggest using this potato.
Potato? Why is a potato?
As always, excellent question, Jeremy. Now, the reason we're using a potato is because we ran out of figs. Potato chop.
And there's one fine-looking potato plug.
Now our rocket's nearly ready to launch. We need to prepare our chicken. Out of the way, Mononoke. And here's going to be our pilot. Now wedge that igniter into the bottom of our potato plug. When you get bubbles spilling out of the bottom of the rocket, you know that it's mostly full of hydrogen by now.
For this next part, we're going to need to remove the rocket and plug it up without losing any of that gas stored inside.
Alright, there we go. There's our rocket full of our hydrogen. Now, we've got to get over there once this is dry and plug it up with that spud. Piece of cake.
Now we've got that starter plugged in, we're just about ready to launch. Time to add our pipe.
And there you have it, making chicken fly.
Let me give this a test. Popped in there, had a pop.
So I've lit it on fire, and now it's doing weird things. It's kind of on fire. We definitely got the gas.
And here goes rocket number 7. I just thought I'd give you guys an update. It is caught on fire. Everything is caught on fire. It is. And look, I think launching chicken nuggets into space number 1. I think we're going to call this one a failure. We'll aim to relaunch. It fell over. Perfect metaphor for my hopes and dreams right there.